Hello, Amelia Harshfield here. I am an entrepreneur, and as I have learned how to feel more free by being myself, by being like my real self, I have now learned a fair amount in helping other leaders and impact makers and how to do that for them. And there are 4 specific Myers-Briggs types: INFPs, INFJs, INTPs, and INTJs. And through the Myers-Briggs work that I teach, it helps them feel more free themselves. So teaching what I learned essentially. And my dog Naya is down in the corner here. She might be making an appearance as she moves. But today I want to talk about signs that you are on the right path, or signs that you're not on the right path, and what to do about it, because it can be really frustrating if you're trying to be making a difference and trying to help change things and feel fulfilled and want to live a meaningful and connected life. And you're like, this doesn't feel like me. This isn't what I want to be doing. Yet at the same time, you don't really know what the hell to do. So signs that you are not on the right path are you don't know what to say with your marketing. Like the marketing might not make sense. You don't really enjoy the marketing that you're doing. Might feel like pulling teeth. You might be unhappy with what you're putting out there. So you might just be totally unattached to it. Like, I don't care about this. Please, somebody else take it off my plate. You might be wondering if you should quit instead. So instead of feeling connected and feeling really free and having kind of a magical life with the path that you're on, you might be struggling and wondering if you should quit, maybe feeling like you should quit, thinking that you should quit. So having lots of thoughts of, should I be doing something else? What else should I be doing? You might be doubting yourself and your abilities to do that. So you might be thinking, oh, this means something about me, or you might feel like you are wrong, or there's something off about you, or you are inherently bad, or people won't like you. All of that can be popping up. And you might be changing what you want to do often. So you might go like, this is going to work. No, 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 this is going to work. And then when none of that's working, you might start spiraling downhill. And all of this can be really frustrating, and it can be really lonely as well, because it's like you're putting your heart out there, you're taking steps forward, but it's not getting you in the path that you're trying to actually go. It's like you're doing things, but you don't, like, nothing's connecting. It doesn't feel good. You don't enjoy it. So it can make sense that you're wanting to stop, or you feel like it's not working. But what's really interesting is if you can learn how to get on the right path, then this can stop you from assuming things about your path that aren't necessarily true. So sometimes we go in a direction and it doesn't work out, and we say like, oh, this means something about me as a person, or I'm never going to get where I want to because of this. Or you might doubt your worthiness. You might doubt your ability to make the impact that you're wanting to make, or be the person you're wanting to be. And those things might not necessarily be true. It just might be something else is going on. You might be standing in your way. So for INTJs, you might be thinking you got it all figured out and you know exactly what to do. And you're like, I'm as effective as I'm going to be here. So I don't need outside help, especially with my emotions. I know how to do this already. That can be a block for INTPs. It can feel like you are withdrawing and trying to figure out the next move and figure out the next right path instead of going out there and testing things and saying like, hey, what is the right move? So relying too much on your thinking process. For INFPs, they can get distracted by all the next ideas that they have, like, oh, this is exciting, oh, this is exciting, oh, this is exciting, oh, this is exciting. And all of that can keep them distracted from doing actually what they're needing to do. And INFJs can get way too involved in what other people are feeling and trying to make sense out of things that aren't able to be made sense out of, especially along this path. So those are, as all of those different Myers-Briggs types work on what they are, how they are distracting themselves, essentially, they can get to a point that things are starting to click and things are starting to work. And it's usually working on that second most used function, strengthening that, getting that to be sabotaging themselves less. And then as they do that, they'll feel more connected. They'll trust themselves more. They'll be able to handle more stress, be able to take bigger jumps forward because they are stronger within themselves. And so signs that you are starting to be on the right path are you're starting to do the things you want to do, even if it's not what you should be doing. So even if it goes against what the normal standards are, because there's a lot of information, this is how you build a technology company, or this is how you should be marketing, or this is how you find clients as a mentor. And if you're doing the things and you're not enjoying it, then that's going to be really tough to keep wanting to do and keep enjoying doing. So work on finding the thing that you actually enjoy doing. And if you don't know what that is right now, or you are so confused and you don't know, or you can't feel a way forward, try taking things away that you don't enjoy doing. So if you don't enjoy LinkedIn, stop being on LinkedIn. If you don't enjoy being in a networking group, then stop being in the networking group. Like if down in your gut you do not like it, you do not enjoy it, then stop doing it. And as you just take away one thing at a time that you're doing that you aren't enjoying, it'll free yourself up for what you actually enjoy doing, because what is on your path will trickle in, and you might be thinking these thoughts anyway, but those thoughts can't get through if you're so frustrated and so doubtful of what you're trying to do. So if you can remove the ways that you are doubtful and what drags you down, what you don't enjoy, then that will put you more in a space you can get quiet and you can start listening to yourself and go like, oh, I wanted to do this for a long time. Let me just try it out, because why the hell not? Like, what do I have to lose at this point? So you can start trying out things that you actually want to be doing. But like I said, if you're not there yet, just start pairing things off. Just try it, even if you should be doing it, even if it feels bad, even if you feel guilty for letting people down, even if you shouldn't be quitting the group in the middle of the year. What effect is that having on you? Like, what seriously impacts is this having on you? And then try it out and see how it goes. Like, I started doing this several months ago. I was just like, fuck this shit. I'm not doing this networking group that other people said, oh, this works. It wasn't working for me. I wasn't enjoying. It was fine, but it wasn't lighting me up. So I quit doing that in the middle of the year. I quit doing it. And guess what? I felt a lot better after that. I had more time. I was able to focus on me more. And then that allowed me to start focusing on what I enjoyed versus just what I should be doing. And then I got myself off my Facebook business page, because I don't like the Facebook business page. I don't enjoy it doing it. So I shut it down, even though I had some followers there. It's like, tell them where I'm going. See if they want to follow. If not, then maybe they weren't right for you anyway. So as you're paring yourself down, you can get to a point that you get real quiet, and then you can go, okay, what do I actually want to build rather than what am I tolerating? And signs that you're starting to be on the right path is you're enjoying what you're doing. You can start feeling the change, like things start kind of happening. And as you take a step down the next direction, you might get another step, and then you might get the next step forward, and you might get the next step forward, and things just might start snowballing forward. So you can start maximizing that one way. So you kind of go in a space that you're testing things, and a lot of stuff might not work out. And then if it's not working, shut it down. And then once you start finding something that you kind of enjoy, spend 3 months doing that, and then take the next step forward of trying to maximize that. So that can help with the testing phase. So you might be in the testing phase, you might be in the testing phase for a long time. I was in the testing phase for a long time and it sucked. So it's not fun, but at the same time, you're learning what you don't want. And if you can think of it like that, that can take some of the pressure off of why hasn't this connected yet? Why aren't I where I want to be? Because it's really, really, really juicy when you get to the space that things start clicking, because you start feeling it. Like you can feel in your bones that things are starting to happen. Like I feel that things are starting to happen with what I'm putting out right now. And it's just a really nice feeling. I'm honoring the work, I'm honoring who I am, and I'm honoring what I'm doing deep down, because I see a lot of people essentially quitting before they needed to, because things weren't working and they were taking it personally and it wasn't lining up the way they wanted to. And if they would have just worked on some of the work that I teach people, so feeling more unified within themselves, looking at their Myers-Briggs type and looking at where the hell am I off here and how can I bring myself together, the world will be a much better place. People will be more fulfilled. We'll be helping each other a lot more, and people will be a lot more resilient, because I don't want you to be one of those people that gives up because you think something's going on, like you think it's not going to work, but actually it's you just sabotaging yourself and you're not seeing that. Because the world will, it's just something that like seriously breaks my heart. So that's part of the reason why I'm out here making these YouTube videos, because I want people to be helping the world, not shutting down because they have their own flaws. And if you're wanting to look at those four Myers-Briggs type, INTP, INFP, INTJ, INFJ, if you want to and are seriously ready to get into a space that you are lit up by what you're creating, the impact that you're making, and are ready to feel like this inner excitement, book a call with me. I will help you figure out where you're off, because it's usually just a couple tweaks and you'll feel a lot better. And then we can talk on the call about the best strategy for you. And that call can be on my website, ameliaharshfield.com. There's a connect page there. So I will see you on the next video, and thanks for watching.